I paid $5,000 for a magician and bounce house for my kid party. When we arrived, the guests yelled, "Happy birthday, Lily!" My sister's kid. Mom laughed. "It's still a party. Don't complain." My daughter whispered, "It's okay, Mom." I stayed silent. That night, I ended every payment in their names. By morning, the group chat was exploding. When I transferred $5,000 for my daughter, Mia's 8th birthday, I wasn't trying to impress anyone. I just wanted her to feel special for once. 4 years, every celebration had been joint, meaning shared with my sister's daughter, Lily, because they were born a month apart. Except somehow, every joint party ended up revolving around Lily. Her favorite theme, her cake, her name on the invitations, her friends. Mia always got the leftover attention, the secondhand gifts, the forgotten songs, and I let it happen for too long. But this year was different. This year, I told everyone it's just Mia's birthday. I was firm. I booked the magician she'd seen on YouTube, a real bounce house with the jungle theme she loved. I custom-ordered cupcakes with her favorite animal faces and even hired a face painter. It wasn't about showing off, it was about Mia finally being the center of something. We were hosting it at my mom's house because we don't have the space, and she insisted. "It's still family," she said. "Don't be silly. Use the yard." I should have known better. Rachel was unusually involved this time, asking things like, "What color scheme and what time are you getting there?" I thought she was just being helpful. I hadn't realized she was plotting. The party was set for Saturday afternoon. Mia was bouncing in the back seat all morning, clutching her gift bags, wearing her favorite sparkly green dress. When we pulled up to the house, the first thing I saw was a giant balloon arch in pastel pinks and purples. Mia froze. My stomach dropped. There was a banner strung up across the garage. "Happy birthday, Lily," in glittery gold letters. I didn't understand. I stood there watching Rachel pose Lily in front of the sign while someone took pictures. People were gathered around handing her gifts, singing happy birthday in that high-pitched fake party voice. The magician was already setting up on the side next to the jungle-themed bounce house. All of it, everything I planned for Mia, and no one said a word to us. Rachel turned around and smiled like nothing was wrong. "Oh, good. You're here. Mia can play too." I looked at my mom. He shrugged. "It's still a party. Don't complain." Mia whispered, "It's okay, Mom." That broke me more than anything because it wasn't okay. She was 8 and she already knew how to disappear. I didn't fight. I watched as Lily opened presents I picked out, a cake I paid for, jumped in the bounce house I reserved in my name. Mia sat by my side most of the afternoon, licking the frosting off a cupcake that didn't have her name or her favorite animal on it. That night, I didn't sleep. I opened every payment confirmation on my laptop. The magician, the catering company, the rentals, all of them had final balances pending. I ended every one. I reported the payments as errors. I tagged Rachel's name in every refund request. I wasn't subtle. I also posted a photo of the party to the family group chat. No caption, just Lily blowing out candles on a cake shaped like a tiger with Mia sitting beside her clapping. By morning, the group chat had 67 unread messages. I didn't check my phone right away that morning. I knew what I'd find. But around 8 a.m., while Mia was still asleep in my bed with cupcake crumbs stuck in her hair, I finally opened the group chat. My Aunt Patricia was the first. "Wait, so that party wasn't for both girls?" Then came Uncle Ray. Rachel told us it was Lily's birthday. "Shannon, you planned all that." Then my mom chimed in. "Let's not turn this into drama. It was a beautiful party. The kids were happy," followed by a bunch of eye emojis, question marks, and finally, "Why are the vendors calling me saying payment bounced?" Rachel. I didn't say anything at first, I just watched it unfold. My cousin Danielle messaged me privately. "That was your party, girl. What the hell?" By 9:30 a.m., Rachel had messaged me directly, furious. "What are you doing? You embarrass me. The magician left before his second act. You made me look stupid." I wrote back, "I didn't make you look stupid. You did that on your own. I don't know what I expected. Maybe guilt, maybe an apology. What I got instead was gaslighting on full display. It wasn't that serious. The kids were together. It was a good memory. I just thought Lily deserved something too. You could have spoken to me privately, I replied. I did every year. I asked for one party for Mia. I paid for this one and you took it. Then I posted a screenshot of the invoices. Every single receipt labeled with timestamps, deposit notes, even her name where I tagged her for vendor pickups. Then I left the group chat. 10 minutes later, my mom called. I didn't answer. Then Rachel, I didn't answer that either. I was done being the peacekeeper in a family where peace meant swallowing disrespect with a smile. That afternoon, a few family members came out of the woodwork. My cousin Jason sent me money on Venmo with the caption, "For Mia. Hope she gets her real party someday." A few others texted me quietly that they had no idea what was going on and now they felt awful. But the best part was watching Rachel's damage control unfold. She tried to reframe the story by posting on Facebook. Had a beautiful surprise party for Lily yesterday. So much love from the family. Thank you to everyone who helped. He tagged me in the post. I didn't respond publicly. I just reported it for harassment, and then I unfriended her. By evening, vendors had begun confirming cancellations. The magician posted a vague but pointed message on his business page. Reminder, don't stiff your vendors, and maybe credit the right person when you hijack a kid's birthday. He tagged no one, but everyone in our town knew who it was about. Then Rachel's husband, Evan, texted me. She went too far. I didn't know she'd taken over like that. I'm sorry, I didn't answer. He's been complicit for years. Later that night, Mia asked if we could have a Doover party. I told her we'd figure something out privately, just us. But I was already planning something bigger, not a party, a full reset. By Monday, the group chat was a ghost town. No new messages, no apologies, just silence. That usually meant they were coordinating behind my back. I'd seen it before after my mom's birthday when I accidentally sat in the wrong spot at dinner and got a 47-message lecture about family hierarchy the next day. They always waited to strike when they thought the drama had cooled. But I wasn't going to wait. I went back through my messages with Rachel. Not from this week, from the last 2 years. I had screenshots where she told me Mia's party could be a side table thing next to Lily's. One where she said Mia's friends are mostly from school, right? They can come to Lily's party. Same difference. I even had a voice memo from last year where she laughed about how Shannon's too passive to ever make a fuss. We'll just combine again. I never responded to most of it at the time, just saved it. Part of me hated myself for letting it pile up. I sent it all, every screenshot, every voice note to Aunt Patricia and Danielle, 2 people in the family who, while messy, had one thing I needed right now: loud mouths and 0 filters. 20 minutes later, Danielle posted a memory dump on her Facebook with a caption that read, "Sometimes the real villains are wearing birthday hats. Here's the truth about this weekend. #Justice for Mia. 10 photos of Mia sitting alone at a party meant for her. Screenshots, quotes, my receipts. She didn't even ask me, just did it. And honestly, good." By noon, Rachel's Facebook was flooded with comments. Wait, so you hijacked the whole party? How can you post like it was your idea when your sister paid for all of it? This is gross. Poor Mia. Rachel tried to play the victim. There's a lot more to this story than what's being shared. Someone replied, "Then tell it. We're listening." He didn't. Meanwhile, my mom texted me this gem. "You made this public." "Really? We don't do that in this family." I replied, "Exactly. This family doesn't, but I'm done being in this family." And then I sent her a photo of Mia sitting at our kitchen table, opening a small cake I got her that said, "For my real birthday girl." She was smiling. Just us. That night, Rachel called. I picked up. She started with, "This is getting out of hand." I said, "You made it public the second you turned my daughter's name into an afterthought." She paused. "What do you want from me?" I said, "Nothing. I've already taken what I needed." And I had, because while everyone was trying to put out the social fire, I'd quietly sent the refund from the bounce house vendor to my own account. I canceled the magician's pending payment. He messaged me personally and said he was happy to waive the second half as a small protest against party thieves. I took the catering leftovers and dropped them off at Mia's school the next day for her class to enjoy. Rachel didn't just lose a party, she lost the illusion that no one would ever call her out. But this wasn't over, because now that the family was divided, I started getting messages from others. Ones I didn't expect. People who'd been hurt too. Pushed aside. Taken advantage of. I was done staying quiet. 3 days after the party disaster, just when I thought the chaos had started to die down, I got a message that shifted everything. Not from Rachel, not from my mom, not from anyone who'd been loudly defending themselves in the group chat. It was from Melissa. If you don't know who that is, you're not alone. She's technically my cousin, but she's never been part of the inner circle. Quiet at gatherings, always late, always leaving early, never posting much online. If Rachel was the sun in our family solar system, Melissa was Pluto. Forgotten, but still there orbiting on the edge. Her message came at 11:02 p.m. Hey, I think you should see this. I was never supposed to still be in the group. Attached was a screenshot, a group chat I didn't recognize. Core girls, nail polish, medium light skin tone. Members, Rachel, my mom, 2 of our other cousins, and Melissa. Apparently, they thought she had left it after some fight at a wedding over a year ago. He didn't. She just muted it and stayed quiet. The messages were from 2 days before the party. Rachel. Shannon still thinks it's for Mia. We're switching the banner last minute. Too late for her to fix anything. She'll just shut up like she always does. Good. She needs to stop acting like Mia is more important. Lily's been waiting for a big party. One of the cousins. Are we telling the magician it's for Lily? Rachel? No. Let him handle it. She's already paid. She can't back out now. Mom again. I sent Rachel something to help with decorations. She earned it after dealing with Shannon's whining. And then the one that really made my stomach drop. Rachel, don't worry. She'll stay quiet. He always does. Her kids used to being ignored. I just sat there, not crying, not yelling, just cold. I thought I'd already felt every form of betrayal after the party itself. But this was something else. They didn't just hijack the day. They planned to. They counted on me being spineless. I messaged Melissa back. Can I use these? He said yes. And then she sent more. I didn't share them publicly. Not yet. First, I forwarded the screenshots. Every disgusting, smug message to everyone in the main family group chat. No commentary, just files. Then I left that chat too. 10 minutes later, missed calls from Rachel, then my mom, then one cousin, then another. All ignored. But the next morning brought something I didn't expect. A knock on my door. It was Evan, Rachel's husband. He looked drained. No pretense, no defensive tone. He said, I just saw the chat. I had no idea. I didn't respond. He continued, Rachel's been putting stuff on our joint card, telling me it's house stuff. Turns out $900 went to decorations, favors, a cake pickup. She even Venmo'd your mom a thank you bonus and tagged it. Good job securing the day 2 hearts dot. He pulled a folded piece of paper out of his pocket, their joint credit summary highlighted with every party-related expense circled, and at the bottom, a PayPal note from my mom to Rachel dated 3 days before the party, $250. Glad you took care of it. Mia is not even a party kid. Then he said something that actually caught me off guard. I'm done. I moved out. She doesn't know yet. I left the login to our joint accounts in your mailbox. Do whatever you want with it. And he left. I checked the mailbox. He wasn't bluffing. Passwords. A full printout. I didn't even know what I'd do with it yet. I just knew it was power. The same day Melissa went nuclear. I didn't ask her to, but I wasn't going to stop her. He posted on Facebook. In case anyone's still confused about the party last weekend, here's the truth. Because no child deserves to have their birthday stolen. And no mother deserves to be humiliated by her own family. She attached the full chat log, the PayPal notes, side-by-sides of the banner, and the RSVP Rachel sent out to her own friends, which said Lily's big day. The post blew up. Friends started commenting. Neighbors, parents from Mia's school, even people I hadn't spoken to in years, messaged me things like, that made me sick to read, and your daughter deserves better, and so do you. But the best part came later that night. Danielle messaged me a screenshot from the Core Girls group. One last message Rachel sent before she finally realized Melissa was still in it. Rachel, if Shannon wants war, fine. Let's see how she handles it when we stop inviting her to things. And right after that, Melissa, you never invited her to anything that mattered. You just needed her to pay the bill. Good luck finding your next fool. and she left the chat. I thought the fallout would be slow. A long, awkward unraveling like it always was in our family, where things were quietly swept under rugs and everyone pretended not to notice the pile growing. But not this time. 2 days after Melissa's post, Rachel's perfect image started to slip. And not just online. Apparently, people had started backing out of Lily's upcoming dance recital party. One of the moms from the dance studio group chat messaged me directly. Hey, I didn't realize that party was part of the same mess from last weekend. We won't be attending. Hope Mia is okay. Another mom wrote, if you ever throw her another party, let us know. My daughter loved her. Meanwhile, Rachel's Facebook profile looked like a showroom that got ransacked. She deleted most of her recent posts. No more birthday pictures. No recap of the beautiful family weekend. No mention of me at all. Just a curated wall of silence. Like nothing happened. But it wasn't just the internet. That weekend, our cousin Brianna had her baby shower. I didn't go. Obviously, I hadn't even been invited. I figured Rachel would be there playing Queen Bee like always. Except she wasn't. Danielle texted me from the shower. You're not going to believe this. Rachel got uninvited. Brianna didn't want drama, and apparently Melissa gave her the full story. First time ever that Rachel got left out of something this big. She added, your mom still went, sat in the corner the whole time. No one talked to her. That was the part that hit hardest. My mom, for all her silence, all her loyalty to Rachel, she never imagined she'd lose the approval of the rest of the family. She always played both sides, convinced she could control the story. But this time, there was nothing left to control. Everything was already out in the open. Then came the twist I never saw coming. My older brother, Alex, called me. We rarely talked. He lives in another state, travels for work, stays out of family politics. He'd never really taken a side before, just existed in the background with the luxury of detachment. He asked me to tell him everything from the beginning. I did. He was silent for most of it. Then he said, I believe you, and I think it's time you stopped being the one left out. He didn't stop there. He offered to host Mia's real birthday party at his place. A house with a yard, a pool, and this is what really got me, a friend who owns a food truck who'd agreed to cater as a favor. No shared party, no Rachel, no fake decorations, just Mia, her friends, and the people who chose to show up for her. We planned it quietly, just a few weeks out, a summer redo, a make-it-right kind of day. Then Rachel found out, I don't know how, maybe from our cousin who still follows Alex, but she messaged me again. Well, so now you're turning Alex against me, too. Petty much. Then this obsession with being the victim is exhausting. You'll be the one alone in the end, not me. I didn't reply, but she was wrong. Because for the first time in my life, I wasn't the one alone. The people who mattered were showing up for me and for Mia, and the ones who weren't, I didn't miss them anymore. We didn't call it a birthday party. Mia had already turned 8 weeks ago, technically, but we called it her day, and that's exactly what it was. Alex hosted it on a Saturday. He and his wife went all out without asking for a thing in return. Mia picked the theme space and sloths because apparently those are her two obsessions now, and they made it happen. There were sloth balloons wearing astronaut helmets. The food truck had grilled cheese variations named after planets. One said the Jupiter melt, and Mia told everyone it was 10 times better than anything at the last party. She wasn't wrong. There were only about 20 people, her classmates, 2 of my coworkers who have kids around her age, Alex's neighbors, Melissa, Danielle, people who wanted to be there. No banners were switched. No names got replaced. No one clapped for the wrong kid. At one point during the afternoon, I stepped away from the noise, pretending to get water from the cooler. But really, I just needed a second to watch her. Mia was running across the grass, chasing bubbles. She was laughing so hard she dropped her plate. A neighbor's dog licked frosting off her leg, and she just kept laughing. No whispers, no glances to check if she was allowed to be happy, just joy. And that's when I knew I wasn't going back. Back to pretending with Rachel. Back to my mom's guilt trips and manipulation. Back to a family that only saw me when they needed something. I was done with all of it. That night, after Mia fell asleep on the couch in her new sloth pajamas, I blocked Rachel. Then I blocked my mom. I left the group chats for good. Danielle and Melissa texted finally with 100 emojis. I told them, "This is what peace feels like." Alex sat beside me after we cleaned up. He handed me a drink and asked if I was okay. I said yes, but then I added something I didn't even plan to say out loud. I feel guilty for not doing this sooner, for not protecting her sooner. He didn't try to fix it. He just nodded and said, "But you did it now. That's what matters." He was right. In the weeks that followed, Rachel kept trying to claw back control. She posted vague things online about snakes in the family and how some people will do anything for attention, but fewer people were liking her posts. Some even commented things like, "Didn't your sister pay for that party you bragged about?" It was subtle, but she was losing her grip, not because I ruined her reputation. She did that herself. And as for my mom, well, I didn't hear from her again. Not directly, but Danielle told me she was deeply hurt that I was cutting everyone off over one little party. One little party. It's funny, isn't it? How something small on the surface can reveal everything underneath. That party showed me I was never supposed to win in their world. Not as a daughter, not as a sister, not even as a mother trying to celebrate her child. So I stopped playing. I live quieter now. No more big family obligations. No more pretending. Just me, my daughter, and a husband who, while emotionally absent most of the time, at least doesn't interfere. He's neutral, which is enough for now. I do it for Mia, all of it. Only her.